Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, sacred star blossoms of the flowering of human consciousness. Happy 4/22/22/4 palindrome portal and special day of our celebration of Mother Earth Gaia. Every day we are honored and grateful for all our Great Mother gives us and sustains our lives with beautiful and bountiful life and joy. Through today's magical gateway, we had a trinity of activations flowing in through the great central sun directly from the Most High. We call the Great Mystery, Wakan Tanka, opening and expanding our three dantians, the elixir fields of cosmic consciousness. Our local Solaris has become very active again today, releasing another 18 solar flares, including 9 C-class flares and 9 more M-class flares, with the most powerful maxing at M 3.64 at 310 UTC. Our Sun also released 7 CMEs, coronal mass ejections today, as our solar vortex continues to flood this realm with gamma plasma waves of Mother, Father, Source, Creator of the Christos, Sophia, Divine Union codes. We also had 2 spikes of white light on the Schumann charts today, as Mother Earth's heartbeat reached amplitudes of 10 Hertz and 37 Hertz of our new heaven upon the new earth codes of the 37 into the 73 with the 10 of manifestation. Pachamama also received 2 powerful activations today in the Far East on the Pacific Ring of Fire in Taiwan with a magnitude 6.1 earthquake at 1826 UTC and a magnitude 6.0 quake at 1832 UTC. Mother Earth has had 165 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the past 24 hours. Synchronizing with today's major gateway, we had another galactic activation portal day on the Mayan Zolkeen calendar with Keen 184, yellow lunar seed, as our new earth seeds have sprouted and rise to the heavens to blossom and bloom in the light of our new Eden. Gaia and all her children of the sun are being prepared for tomorrow's intense pink full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd of April, with peak illumination at 7:49 p.m. EDT. We also celebrate our Buddhist holy day of Vesak, the birth, enlightenment, and nirvana of Lord Shakyamuni Gautama Buddha, the awakened teacher of the Dharma in this timeline. The infinite Buddhas of all timelines and dimensions are with us now to help fulfill our divine birthrights of peace, bliss, harmony, happiness, and prosperity for all sentient beings of the way. The Holy Spirit is moving through the sacred lands and hearts of our starseed earth angelics of the 144, lighting up the grid, ley lines, song, and dragon lines of the Elysium field of Gaia. As our ground crew team rise in the glory of God's kingdom of heaven on earth, we transform this realm into the paradise she has always evolved to be. Stay in the peace, the love, the light, and presence of infinite Source Creator as we make our quantum leap of consciousness into the new human of Homo Luminous and our pure land of eternal life. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end where we release a very powerful divine decree. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And now we continue with Divine Star of the Light, Sophie Gregoire. Today's Oracle: pressure for change and at the same time needing to slow down to let it all process and become clear. You are processing all the new info and sheddings of the last few months. reflecting and feeling it out. It's the last energetic chunk before you actually shed this old skin and are born into this more aligned self. Prepare yourself for a brand new season. Scorpionic energy. The more you allow yourself to be in this, the bigger the rebirth will be. New and more aligned plans are coming. From SophieGregoire.com. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light Celia Fenn. 22nd of April, post-Jupiter-Uranus conjunction and into the full moon in Scorpio. So we have passed through the peak of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, and we're heading towards the full moon in Scorpio tomorrow, the 23rd. I am sure most of you will agree it has been an intense time. Firstly, we are now in full 5D multidimensional mode, and that requires us to be in a very different way. To feel our way forward rather than to think and rationalize, and to breathe deeply and in harmony with the pulsations of the divine heart. We are energizing the seed of the tree of life that will become the new earth. The eclipses in conjunction have moved us into new earth frequency in an intense way. I feel like I have been hurtled forward at breakneck speed into a new reality that may look like the old reality but really isn't at all. For me, I have Taurus in my first house, and my natal moon is in Taurus. This means that through the conjunction I've been pushed to expand to the point where I feel like I am going to explode. I have been pushed out of my comfort zone like a baby bird pushed out of the nest, flapping its wings madly and hoping to fly. With the full moon in Scorpio, which is opposite to Taurus, there will be a continuum of high energy at play. And whatever issues we have been working with will continue to be illuminated and expanded. But the good news is that the light of the Scorpio moon reaches us deep into the collective consciousness and brings illumination and enlightenment. The shift continues. From CeliaFenn.com. And from Divine Sis Star of the Light Jennifer Hoffman. Heads up. This week, Mercury goes direct, and we have a full moon that has a special impact for everyone born in late 1957 through early 1960, as you have Neptune in early Scorpio. Neptune is very active in Pisces right now, and it's pushing us towards greater spiritual integrity. Not honesty, but integration of spiritual and material, human and divine. Mercury will also activate the April 8th eclipse point on May 5th, and its forward motion is bringing that energy forward. Eclipses have a long active period, anywhere from 6 months to a year or longer, and this was a very powerful eclipse. Be prepared to burn rubber and make tracks as Mercury in Aries slows things down, but it's coming out of the starting gate this week, so buckle up and shine on. How is your week starting out? From EnlighteninGLife.com. And today from Divine Sis Star of the Light Shay from Numbers by Shay Numerology. 4/22/24. April's mission is to bring what's been hidden to light, and today can pull from the depths of you. Old inherited guilt and shame that still manipulate you, and embedded stale beliefs you continue to rely on need your attention. We've got all them. But the repressed or suppressed programs are the most dangerous. Seek them out. See them as invaders, and they will lose their control over you and automatically give up their gifts of insight and wisdom. This is important work, and it should be done intentionally and purposefully, because the you you're empowering and embracing this year deserves to be free. Tomorrow's full pink moonlight is just the help you need. Release can be as easy as simply being willing to look. And today from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Kirsty Elizabeth. Our Lady of Planet Earth, 22/4/2024, Earth Day. On this day of miraculous portal energetics, the New Earth angels are alive and present and alert to listening through thick and coarse energetic forces for the Word. Led by our most holy Lady, Mary, as Queen of Angels, the sensitives and the Earth Angels have woken to the calling of the rise of the new dawn. Knowingly, they have been gathered in recognition of the flow. Willingly, they sit and hold space for themselves and others as the one emotional body of the making of mankind strives to release itself from restraints and illusions, to untie falsely given contracts of attitude or perception, and to discover enlightened new approaches. Through these most challenging days, a threshold to new understandings of the divinity in feminine form holds space for all. Through unfathomable love and compassion, she holds the whole world in her hands, and those who feel so deeply the pains of the heart should rest in the fact that within her reach of hand, your own dear heart is upheld in equal measures of love as that of the entire cosmos. For your heart is the jewel of existence, and the meaning for any and all of it. Sensitives will benefit from a time of listening rather than of asking, while acceptance and resistance play their part as revolving doors through the two valves of the heart. The angelic realms are highly active in mystical workings, but under no obligation to prove this to you. It is only faith that provides the evidence and alights the navigation through the gateway of the cosmic heart. Our Lady Mother brings to us a pure vibration which drowns out the shrills and hollers of the descending deviants who seek chaos and destruction, and instead brings the light of heaven into our aligned vision as we prepare to walk in new times, along a new pathway which looks only to devoted connectedness at the point of the horizon. Meanwhile, peace and harmony remain the agenda for the spirit of humanity, and it may be wise to consider allowing such energies to prioritize in your own reasons for existence. May there be peace on earth, always. Disruptions to the timelines have been created by the intensity of the eclipse on April 8th, and are causing past episodes of emotional memory to pick up narrative and play out in ways which threatens to affect future manifestations. In addition, the demons are out in plain sight wreaking havoc, playing on the consciousness of fear with a deliberate malice. This might affect you by 1. Being caught up in a new drama created from an old version of you, bringing up complicated emotions related to your past, or finding yourself in the middle of someone else's. Or 2. Being drawn to think on negative aspects of now and how they might develop into a devastating future. If these things are not affecting you directly, but you recognize them in someone else whose emotional state has an impact on you, or you recognize it as the general vibe of the populace, then you are beginning your new angelic mission in supporting others through a turbulent time of awakening. We are still in the very impactful and intense portal of 4/4/24 through 24/4/24, which is a catalyst for change, and of which reaching is a benchmark noting the beginning of a new energetic state which reaches us forward in great hope and propels us into a time of high-frequency connections. It is not surprising, then, that anything of old and negative unresolved emotion should show up asking for closure or resolution, and dark agendas are setting out in force to cause major distractions, coming out with knives and gung-ho approach to perceived challenges within local and global communities. Now that I have told you, I hope that you can't unsee, and that you choose to turn up the love vibration to deliver peace and harmony from higher levels. Secondly, I hope that you will be able to support others during this time of the great shake-up, allowing them to find their feet grounded in the new dimension which has opened us to the angelic light bridge of 2024, where tribes of greatness are being formed and bonded to ready the journey to the invisible land. Bring more souls into the family of light. This is the mission that sets us on track to a beautiful dawn. This is a most angelic agenda. Kirsty Elizabeth. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777. How are you doing? The last few weeks were quite intense. We have experienced a reset with the eclipse, and some went through a death and rebirth phase, which was followed by confusion, destruction of the old ways, change, and then emptiness and void, followed by the shy introduction of the new ways of living. Everything can still feel really raw, unknown, and unpleasant. Additional to this, the energy is getting more intense every day because of the upcoming full moon. It could feel really overwhelming, cause anxiety, or push you deeper into the void. Even though unpleasant, the void could be the best option right now, as you would be calmer on the surface as the process runs beneath the surface and during your sleep. All you would need to do is to make sure to stay calm in the present moment. Silence the mind, release the thoughts when they arrive, and pay attention to the nothingness of the soul, connecting to your soul on a deeper level. But sometimes this just isn't possible, as the mind is loud, is pulling you towards the old, and you feel a lot of pressure, worry, anxiety, stress, and physical symptoms. In such cases, the best you can do is to find a way to calm the mind, the nervous system. Breathe deeply and ground yourself. Sometimes all you can do is breathe, and that's okay. It will push you out of the past, future, into the present moment, and bring your nervous system from the fight and flight or freeze into rest and digest, which will make your body feel better, help you stay in the present moment, calm you down, and enable you to make different choices that are based on what the soul believes is right for you, not the ego. From Divine Sister of the Light Judith Kusel, the great ancient original Giza pyramid has been awakened. Last night, after intense energy upgrades pouring in, I was called to continue the energy work I have done in Egypt for some time, from 2018 onwards, and culminating with my Egypt seminars and tours in November 2019. This time I was shown how the original Giza pyramid, this is about 3 times its current size, is being activated. The original Giza pyramid was destroyed when the Lion Kingdom ended during a war between twin brothers, and the capstone was then removed to prevent the pyramid energies from being misused. 1717 coming in of the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. The rest of the temple was then destroyed during those wars. This resulted in the Middle Eastern and Sahara deserts being formed and the Mediterranean Sea. This pyramid has now been activated again in the original 7th dimensional form when it was first created. The Lion people were megalithic builders as they were master architects and engineers. The original temple is truly an amazing architectural, engineering, and sound frequency marvel, and something I cannot describe in words. I was then taken into the current Giza pyramid and back into the king's chamber. With me were High Commander Ashtar, Lord Melchizedek, and Lord Serapis Bey, the Ancient of Days. Vaiwamus, the Galactic Logos, as well as other Ascended Masters, including Thoth. The pyramid, with the activation of the original one, was now completely lit up by blinding white golden light. Then something incredible happened. Out of nowhere, the original ark that the rose granite box once housed appeared and then fitted snugly into the sarcophagus, and it was activated. The 2 chambers above the king's room were now buzzing, and suddenly bolts of lightning energy came from both the ancient pyramid and the new one, with the most amazing sound frequency and vibrations I had ever heard with my inner ears. I was made aware of the energy lines I had opened to Jerusalem and the original Melchizedek temple there, but now deep underground, the buried pyramids were now being activated. This brought intense energy like bolts of lightning now moving through the whole Middle East, and indeed a huge dark mass started rising from the middle of the earth, from all the underground tunnel systems and chambers, as the energy lines there were being cleared. I have never witnessed such dense dark things, energy, mass removed during all my energy work, and indeed it was awful. Now the violet flame came down, and the angels and archangels and Saint Germain were transmuting this dark mass into the purest God-force light. This means that all the mass energy of all the wars which ever were waged there, from the Lion Kingdom onwards, into the current was being removed and transmuted. This is a freeing in the highest degrees. I have tears of awe and gratitude writing this. Then the intergalactic fleet moved in and did intense work there, even as the universal masters, inclusive of those in the Giza pyramid with me, were all beaming energy from their heart centers into the whole area. Such unconditional love I have never experienced and witnessed. A very deep and profound healing has taken place, which will be felt in immense and intense ways as the old dogmas, the old divisions, and old now simply is dissolving rapidly. To me, this again shows that we are never alone. We never have been alone, and all of this is happening by divine decree, which was decreed thousands of years ago, even before Atlantis fell, with the full activation of the original Giza pyramids and all the other pyramids on Earth. This means that a new beginning is now started and has been proclaimed. Rise the new Earth and unity consciousness, with and through the power of love. Let those who have eyes see. Let those who have ears hear. Let those who know, know. This is now reverberating throughout the universe, and indeed life will never be the same again. From JudithKusel.com. From Divine Sister of the Light Erin E, Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Athena. The physical anchoring of the masculine in the organic flow of time is only days away. Mars will reach 0 degrees Aries on April 30th. That day the masculine energy in all will tune into the organic clock, that is, the true flow of organic essence and information. Our whole perception, vision, and thinking processes will start changing and adjusting to a more clear spectrum after this alignment until we will reach inner clarity. We have been actively following the different preparations and processes in the inner quantum worlds as the inner masculine has been going through many experiences in the different stages of his return from the dead back to life. His physical return and alignment to the organic truth is taking place inside both men and women. This is the actual physical awakening, which is a very different kind of awakening to that of the feminines which took place some time ago. The return of the masculine will bring a great transformation of the physical reality. Literally, his return is connected to the external expression. This is why during our last group work we reached synchronization to the physical expression via the electric release, phenomena, and colors in the sky. This was a major sign of his physical resurrection via the mother's womb and his alignment to his own masculine quality and essence. He rules the external world. She rules the internal world. So their connection, synchronization, and redirection has been achieved. I do not know if we have truly understood the great meaning of this manifestation, but we actually did it. Our environment will change, and we'll gain a new understanding of where we are and what this system is all about. We will start seeing and understanding the world in new ways, ways that make sense, true sense. The true information was always there, but our systems had been limited down and had been suffering from severe interference. His return and alignment to the true flows will often be a shocking process for the human system because of this exact fact. The truth was always there, but the interference was so big that we could not see it. We were severely tampered with. So prepare for more of, how could I not see it before, since it was always there? How could I be so deceived? What was I thinking? Where was my mind? Yes, this makes so much sense. The brain and the neurological system might need a moment or two to readjust, but it will get there. This was a result of the falling and all of its processes. Now all the technological equipment of the fallen game is being removed, so our senses will return to their true abilities. Coming up next, Mars at 0 degrees Aries, physical alignment of the masculine, his return, the third eye transformation, change of the material body. Welcome back, dear masculine. Erini, El Moriana Anadi Miana, Ol A Christos, Hunama Anata Kumara, Yellow Galactic Warrior. And today from Divine Breath of the Light, Diego E. Berman, Ph.D. The energies of the Scorpio full moon, facing and clearing our deep inner shadows. Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Dear friends, we are now moving into the last days of this energetically intense month of April. This week we are navigating through the energies of the Lyrid meteor shower on Monday, the full moon on Tuesday, the 23rd, and the end of the Mercury retrograde period on Thursday, the 25th. These celestial events will be bringing a wave of fresh energies into our fields, triggering finally new positive forward movement. The full moon lunation on Tuesday is bringing closure to the intense work we have been doing this month during the eclipse corridor. However, the intense Pluto, Mars, and water energy of Scorpio will be triggering further emotional releases this week. When a full moon occurs, the sun and the moon are on opposite sides of the earth, generating an energetic pull that makes our energy fields oscillate between the light and the shadow. The moon appears at its brightest, which is why this lunation is associated with illuminating pieces of information that were previously obscured, and the Scorpio energy of this full moon will make this process very clear to us. The complex combination of several planets influencing this full moon, including Pluto, Mars, Neptune, Uranus, will surely bring old fears and emotional conflicts to surface for a deeper processing and final clearance. Make sure these intense emotions and power struggles will not cloud your judgment this week. Try to keep things as calm as possible. On the positive side, the emotionally intense full moon light codes will grant us greater clarity and access to our deep, unchallenged fears and our habitual patterns of reactions. This process will allow us to gain new perspectives and understandings about our own psychology, limiting behaviors, repressed emotions, emotional barriers, and unacknowledged desires. It will show us how we can now harness our newfound inner divine power and use it to change those restrictive emotional structures. This full moon will be giving us the emotional flexibility to finally let go of old karmic patterns that have only been generating suffering over and over. It's time to break free from this cycle and move towards higher and lighter timelines and ways of being. All these topics are of course in line with the recent transformational eclipses and the revolutionary Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. As Mercury begins its direct motion on April 25th, we should begin to feel some sort of relief from the intense energetic pressure. But first we need to move through this intense Scorpio full moon. This full moon will be facing us with our resistance to change, and at the same time it will be granting us the emotional flexibility we all need to move forward and understand that death, endings, loss, and transformation are natural facets of our earthly human journey. We are making space for something totally new, truly different, and specially unique at this point in our cosmic history. Cherish this moment and cherish yourself. Stay tuned for more energy updates as we leave this intense month behind. Have a wonderful week and an enlightening full moon. Much love, we are one. From DiegoBerman.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Natalia Alba. Scorpion full moon, soul and relationships healing. Beloved ones, amid this grounding month we are now welcoming a full moon at 4 degrees Scorpio on April 23rd, which will help us balance ourselves and our relationships, in a month in which we are invited to focus on our earth plane and three-dimensional chakras, as we are immersed in Taurus energies and Aries still very present among us. As you know, Scorpio is a water sign that reminds us of the importance of stillness, soul communion, and monadic integration, a process we have been immersed in since the start of this year. Through stillness, we have the opportunity to reconnect with our God self, despite the ego intent not to allow this process, as it feels threatened and afraid of being isolated. Scorpio allows us to visit the depths of our soul, healing traumas that are also affecting our divine reunions with our counterparts, allowing us to discern what is not yet unified within ourselves so we can do the same synthesis within our relationships. This passage is going to focus on soul reconnection and relationship healing. As with the sign of the zodiac, we are revealing all we need to know about our personal journey, relationships, and mission. However, first, we need to align with our divine self to descend this wisdom. Scorpio facilitates this reconnection to our soul and monad, as well as the inner work of soul retrieval, clearing our galactic records and hence monadic lineage, and all false programs that still reign in our mental bodies, allowing the truth to be shown to us. This is a time for us to pause, heal trauma, cut energetic cords that drain our energy and literally steal it, and finally ground ourselves, so all the healing we have achieved can be anchored in our bodies. Once we have achieved these initial steps towards self-reconnection, becoming more whole and holding more clarity, is when we can be ready to create more balanced relationships, as we are at a time when mastering our relationships is vital to create the Earth communities. The expansion in our mission required for us to help heal others, in the way our soul has chosen to do so. We are under a very transformational one to help us not achieve change in the physical and also where all starts at a soul level. We balance the physicality of who we are, the earth, with the soul, merging both and remembering the importance of creating unity between opposites. As the sun and moon square Pluto in Aquarius, it is a time to focus on our emotions, healing and clearing them from past memories and traumas that are still impeding us from holding more love for ourselves and all, and that the majority of the time come from our past relationships. Repetitive dreams about our past relationships and situations we experienced that hurt us is one of the many signs we have not yet moved on from the past and healed our memories. We could also be falling into astral traps, which happens often, in which non-benevolent beings try to find a way to enter into our field. This is why it is so important to cut cords and seal our field, so we only feel what is authentic and shall be healed and unified. Our relationships at this time of polarity reconstruction are going to be of great importance. Guides invite us to remain in our hearts rather than being impulsive and making prompt decisions. Before obtaining the proper guidance, while we are still walking among our shadows, recognizing and embracing our wounds. Revise your relationships and see where you're allowing still old patterns to resurface, such as self-sacrifice to please others, or due to old beliefs in which we were taught that love is self-sacrificing for others, when in truth this is loving with the ego, not with the soul. It is a time for us to remove these old relationship patterns from our mental, emotional bodies and souls, so we can open ourselves to experience authentic and balanced relationships. This is a passage for us to embrace pain as our best teacher. All we fear to confront grows, becoming shadows that persecute us, when in reality they are just lost soul fragments, wanting to come back home to ourselves, where they can be one with us again. When we embrace our shadows, allow all we feel to come to the surface and embrace it, healing occurs, and transformations begin, triggering a process of soul reconnection and self-love that initiates ascension. For we are now ready to see all aspects of who we are without judgments, just with the unconditional love and compassion that we too deserve while we walk with this conscious journey. I wish you a loving and healing passage, beloveds, within infinite love, from NataliaAlba.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Your divine feminine Christ essence is being revealed. This may bring up the lack of worth that has blocked you from being the powerful, confident, divine feminine Christ leader that you are. Possibly your sensitivity, empathy, and wisdom have been challenged so much in life that you suppress this truth. You are being called to stop hiding, however, and stand in your own magnificent light and wisdom. Connect back into your heart and allow your feminine to lead the way. It's important to tap back into this part of yourself that has always been there. Accepting yourself will recover your ability to create the abundant life where your needs are always met. A breakdown to break through is happening that is clearing the mind to get you into alignment with yourself and your ability creating. This is healing your thoughts, words, and actions to evolve into your true limitless self. Rest and self-care will support these endings and beginnings. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you. Love, Carolyn, from 144godcode.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Chanda Sparkles, 422, Blessed Gaia Day. Scorpio full moon is Tuesday night, an instant return on something that was seeded, magnetically received transformation. Mercury direct in Aries Thursday. It's a perfect day to take advantage of the stationing to prepare and map out a new path forward. Plan, don't take actions yet. Wait a couple of days on anything involving travel, vehicles, communications, if that's possible. Jovial Jupiter is leading all the planets for the first time in many years now that he's past Uranus. This is a whole new energy blossoming in Taurus. Mars is headed to conjoin Neptune in Pisces Sunday, which could be challenging for us to see things clearly. Things could just get really sloppy around the ego, passions, and aggression. Don't believe everything you see this week, in other words. Utilize that energy to ignite and solidify the spiritual warrior within all week. Venus enters Taurus, thank the heavens, 1 week from today, and Mars into Aries by Tuesday the 30th. The divine feminine and the divine masculine will both be in dignity at that time. This is good. We will continue to see shocking things coming up in our lives and in the matrix as the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction begins to pull away, but still is very present. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Colleen Lemma, on Monday, April 22nd, the moon, ruler of the emotional realm, is in partnership-oriented Libra, sign of the scales. Today, as she builds up towards a full moon in Scorpio tomorrow, she is connecting to Saturn, planet of karma, Mercury, ruler of verbal interaction, Chiron, healer of past wounds, Uranus, planet of the unexpected, Venus, ruler of relationships, Jupiter, planet of our beliefs, and Mars, ruler of assertiveness. As the moon expands, so can our ability to be more easily triggered emotionally. Self-awareness and communication are keys in creating a stable, healthy relationship. We may need to make some adjustments today in how we think, perceive, and interact in order to maintain harmony with others. It is always about balanced give and take, equality and reciprocation with Libra. Remember, we are learning, growing, and healing our spiritual scars from the past with one another. Love, understanding, and compassion for each other will aid us. Blessings of love and light to all from sacredsoulempowerment.com. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Lunar aspects. Venus in Aries, semi-sextile Uranus in Taurus. Juno stations direct in Virgo. Luna grumbles her way through Libra, politely of course. The collective mood is focused on relationships, diplomacy, peacemaking, but it's difficult when others don't want to talk. It's difficult when others have a different opinion. Sometimes it's hard to verbalize what we want and need. Sometimes we overcompromise and end up hurting. Trust that there is a way through. Broken lines of communication can be fixed. Negative mental loops can be remedied. Take a breath, ground yourself, visualize blue light to activate your throat center. Commit to one tiny improvement. Keep the promise you made to yourself. Follow through on responsibilities. Make small adjustments to regain balance and equality. And when a quiet moment arrives, consider, what could I do differently today to generate a sense of excitement? Free your heart to change your perspective. from LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 184, Yellow Lunar Seed. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are challenge, polarize, and stabilize. As John Lennon said, there is no such thing as problems, only solutions. I know I've quoted that before, but it sums up lunar energy so well. So bearing that in mind, try to get to grips with issues that warrant attention and just deal with it. Clearing obstacles is what today is all about. Oh, and it's a portal day, so expect some intensity. This suggests that the act of removing obstacles facilitates the entry through the portal. Today is Yellow Seed, which represents targeting, flowering, and awareness. We all may have trouble trying to make other people aware of challenges. Getting the message across will take extra effort. This is what it takes to progress through the Blue Night wave spell. Day 1 was about considering our dreams and aspirations and connection. Day 2 looks at what is getting in the way of making those dreams come true. All we can do is strive despite the obstacles and attempt to sow awareness regarding future plans and hopes. There are 13 yellow seeds that occur in the Tzolk'in. The number not only dictates the guide, but strengthens or weakens the energy accordingly. The lunar seed is weakened, and so the energy of the seed isn't as strong. The number 2 affects any day it combines with in this way. And today from Divine Sis Star of the Light, Christina Papa Giorgio, Yellow Lunar Seed, 2 Khan, Keen 184, 22nd of April 2024. Seeding Stable Evolution. 22-4-2024 equal 4444 equal 448 equal 88 equal 16 equal 7. 22-4 New Earth Portal. 4444 Foundation of New Earth, all 4 corners. 88 Abundance Gate. Day codes 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth, Angelic. 8 Infinite Abundance, Source Flow. 16 The Tower, Sudden Unexpected Events. 7 Magic, Mystic, Spiritual, Initiation, Test, Solitude. Month Year Codes 4, 8, 12 Acquiring Spiritual Strength, Wisdom. 3 Holy Trinity, Joy, Communication, Creativity. 2 Twins, Partners, Cooperation, Alliances, Duality. 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision. 24 Charisma, Happiness, Healing, Joy. Keen 184 equal 13 equal 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth, Angelic. 44-444 5D Earth, here we come. Today is a galactic activation portal day and a 22-4 portal of peace. The 44-444 is an entry point to 5D Earth. The gap gives us extra potency, the veil is thin, and the portal to Nirvana Dreamtime is held fully open for this planetary rite of passage, where we are collectively seeding the new time. We have all the tools we need, so get building. It is time to seed your intentions for constructing a new peace reality during this wave spell. Claim your golden key and walk through the gate. Today is day 2 in the Blue Night wave spell of dreams, intuition, and abundance, where we are collectively dreaming the new world into reality. Today we are challenged into anchoring our dreams into the physical plane. We are focusing on future abundance by planting seeds of awareness of our new reality in the present moment. Tone of creation, lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. Yesterday we magnetized and attracted spiritual energy, and today we anchor that energy in our physical bodies, planetary body, and our physical environment. The lunar tone may also reveal challenges in the form of friction or resistance in order to recognize and release anything stopping us from realizing our dreams. The galactic activation portal energies will amplify this friction today, pushing us to make the change and bust through the old system to walk through the new doors. Today we are stabilizing the new Earth grid that the electric serpent will be firing up tomorrow. Today we are balancing polarity and discordance in order to attain peace and harmony in our world, seeding the new reality. Disconnect from any false timelines, realities, connections, and cords, and fully connect to the new time. Cancel, clear, delete, and transmute all abundance blocks through all time, space, dimensions, and realities, and let the new current sea flow. Liberate your dreams throughout the cosmos and watch them take root and grow before your eyes. Open heaven's doors and be the bridge to the new reality. Today's questions are, what resistance do I need to uproot in order to seed my beautiful, abundant new life? Can I envision a new unified world blossoming from the ashes? Divine blessings for stabilizing and fertilizing your greatest dream seeds today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 184, Yellow Lunar Seed. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to target, stabilizing awareness. I seal the input of flowering with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of intelligence. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue our work. So if you'd like to help support our work and mission and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. Now I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Barbara Schroerer, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your continued support, and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you, so we're very grateful for each and every one of you. If you'd like to support our work and mission with a one-time donation, you can do so to our PayPal or Stripe accounts. Both links are at egolovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a powerful divine decree from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter. I now co-create in pure communion with Cosmic Mother Plasma, divine life force of transformation. Vivify all my creations, form, thoughts, emotions, and creations with this love light intelligence. Liberate my consciousness to the full experience of the I Am presence. From ascensionpath.com. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful, blessed, and sacred pink full moon in Scorpio tomorrow. A most blessed and sacred Vesak celebration tomorrow of the birth, enlightenment, death, and nirvana of Lord Buddha, Shakyamuni. As we continue our journey through the ascension portal and into the new heaven upon the new earth. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. 144 coming in. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.